Hey, 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 are we live? Are we live? I'm a little bit late today. First thing I want to say on this lemon painting challenge is that tomorrow I may not be live. Uh, I will be traveling tomorrow, so I'm not sure if I'll actually be be here. I won't be here in the studio, trying to figure out if I will be able to stop and paint a lemon um on my travels tomorrow. So just a heads up with that. I will still do a something lemon tomorrow, whether it's a sketch or whether it's whatever it is. It's a lemon a day, and this is our challenge to do whatever we can do for these 30 days of painting lemons. So I want to welcome you all. Um, and I'm going to get in and paint what I was doing yesterday. I did the no-tan yesterday, a 3-value sketch, and a black and white, uh, small little paintings. To introduce you, for those of you who don't know what a notan is and how incredibly important the notan, in fact, is. It is your blueprint. It is walking before you dance. It is the underlying abstract design that carries through your entire painting. So if you have a notan, if you do a notan and it's not good, you don't like it, it doesn't connect with you on an energetic level where you're like, yeah, I like that one. That's all you have to say. I like that one. And then you go with that. If you don't have that, uh, chances are your painting's not going to vibe, Etsy, harmoniously as it would if you're starting from that blueprint, from the no-tan, starting from the no-tan. And from the no-tan, then you can begin to create the painting. And if you stick to the no-tan and it carries all the way through, then it's the equivalent to a toddler learning how to walk. And if they stick with walking and running and they learning how to do all these things, then they can reach a point where they are dancing ballet. And it's kind of the same thing. They can stay in the walking phase and never do anything else in that no-tan stage, right? Or they can expand and grow and learn and fall down and fail and come back and redo and retry and keep building themselves and expanding themselves until they reach that level of being a dancer. Same thing, the exact same thing happens in painting. And I always start by teaching people what the heck is a no-tan, that underlying black and white. What is in the darks? What is in the lights? You can see yesterday's live stream if you want to learn a little bit more about that. And also, I have some videos up on my YouTube channel where you can also learn more about the no-tan. It's worth taking the time to learning about it and understanding how it works. And if you can't just read about it and understand it, you have to practice it. And then the experience of the practice will create a very, very strong understanding of why knowing how to do a no-tan and using it throughout your painting is a good thing. It's a good thing, you guys. So let's see now. I'm going to switch over and show you what we got going here. Let me turn the palette camera off. So oh, I guess if I can move this over. There we go. So here is yesterday's Notan. Right here is the Notan. You can see it's just a black and white. And then we have the 3-value sketch here. And then the black and white expression of this potential painting. And today I'm going to be painting the actual painting. So I want to get started on that. All right. Hey, Blanca. Nice to have you today. Are you painting with me today? Drawing or Oh, and sweetheart, thank you so much. Did you get my email? Did you get my email? I didn't know you were one of the bidders on the lemons. I was just really, really, really excited about that. Um, so okay, yeah, I got sidetracked. Got sidetracked. Okay, so let me put the palette back on. I'm going to be using I'm going to have to move this over here. Maybe make this one a little bit bigger. Okay. I just want to focus in on it. I wonder, I can probably make it really big, can I? Oh, there you go. That makes it easier for you to see. Yay! Oh, I'm so glad you're painting. Oh, I'm so glad. Okay, so give me one moment. I'm going to move the microphone over to the other side. And this should be okay. All right. And I need to make one more alteration. So I can look at the reference photo easier. Okay, sorry for this is moving. All right. Well, I've got a little bit of a setup problem. Trying to get things that might work. Let me know if there's any trouble. So on my palette, you can see I have titanium white, and cad yellow, cad yellow lemon. It's much warmer, this lemon yellow, than the one that I had before. That's interesting. And quinacridone rose, which is a cool red. And ultramarine blue. And those are going to be the basic colors that I'm using, just the primary limited palette. I have the black from yesterday when we were doing these studies here. the black and white, and what was left on the palette, I pile it up and create a gray. Whatever comes out. It can be useful for the areas of the painting that don't really need any vibrant color. If you need to tone down a color, you can mix in a little bit of that. And there's also a little bit of raw umber, just in case. I don't think I'm going to use a raw umber. I would be more inclined to use a burnt sienna for this lemon. But let's work with what we have. So what I first want to do is just create well, you know what? I am going to add some burnt sienna. I don't want the raw umber. Okay, so I want a more orangey, warmer feel to the lemon than a cool one. So so I'm gonna just take a brush, right? It's about as thick as my thumb. And I've got kind of wide thumbs. And I'm just gonna take a little bit and just begin to sketch out. Can you hear me all right, Blanca? Well, it's basically the horizon line there, the edge of the table. Could be up a little bit more. But I don't like it. I don't want anything. I don't want a line right in the middle of the painting here. So you take the height, and you want to make sure that things are kind of below. You don't want anything in the middle. So if you drew a cross section here, you don't want anything here in the center point, and you really don't want your horizon line there. So bring it lower. It will create a more successful painting. And if we're going in by the rule of thirds, I would have this. It's coming off, unstuck. The lemon is pretty much in this crosshairs here. If you're doing, the thirds here, this would be the third down here, and then here, and then here. This lemon is pretty much right in there. So when you're sketching out, don't draw curvy lines. Don't, try and like draw the round lemon. Do it in lines. And I'm just using the tip of the brush. Okay, now my first move is, thank you, Blanca. That's good to know. My first move is to, after I've set up the placement, where things are going, this lemon is going to go here. Kind of have it Um, kind of have it set up, placed out. I'm going to go in and mix up the burnt sienna. This is my favorite dark mix. And the ultramarine blue. And it creates a really, really good uh, black without it being a black color. And let's just establish a little bit the shadow area. And looking at these four different, areas, we're gonna stay pretty close to what's going on. And we're just getting one color in. You're getting the local color in, meaning just the general color that you see, right? I'm thinking more in values than actual color. Is it, is the background greener or bluer or this or that? Or I may change the background color pretty much altogether. But maybe not. Maybe not. We shall see. Um, in this stage, I just want to basically commit to a background. That's basically what's going on. Okay. Gonna switch brushes. Oops, sorry about that. I have a cloth here, which I just clean my brush on, put it in the turpentine, the mineral spirits, whatever you're using. Okay. Ultramarine blue, burnt sienna it makes a great dark color. And it's always good to have something that you can adjust. If you just use these two, you can really, really create a lot of beautiful toned down orangey colors, which is a lot of what's going on in the reference photo. So that's a bit too dark, don't you think? Let's get some. Yellow and burnt sienna will create an orange. And you can add just a little bit of the previous mix in there. That looks a lot better. Can you see how subtle? It's really quite subtle. So before I actually put the yellow in there, I need to squint down, get a better feel for what's going on. My reference photo, from what I'm looking at on the computer, is in fact really small. It's kind of hard for me to decipher what's going on. But that's okay. Remember, we said we're not going to get stuck in the perfectionism of it all. And I just want to get the light local color in here. Okay. The value is a bit low, you can see. Not too worried about it because I can work from darks to lights. But I can, just for the reference of it, right? Just get a little bit more. Of the yellow. And, you know, already you can get a sense of it. If I put just a highlight on there, just a little white, you know, you've got a lemon. I'm just going to kind of work that in because I don't want the highlight yet. Very simply done. Very simply done. So now this back area does kind of have a green tinge to it, doesn't it? Hmm. Might go with it. So you can see it's a grayed down, greenish. Are you painting with me, Blanca? Okay, I'm mixing these two in because there's a gradation from one to the other, right? And again, no perfection here. We don't need perfection. It's one of my things, one of the things I need to do is, in fact, lighten up a little bit and be looser. So broader brush strokes. Broader brush strokes, just a little bit more. Uh, there, that's getting better. Okay, and taking the same mix here, you see how I keep using the same colors? And when you're using a limited palette, you can do this. Oh, good job. Good job. So just by adding a little bit of blue, look how we can create the foreground color quite beautifully, and it will all work together. There won't be any muddy colors. There won't be anything that doesn't seem to fit. Adding a little bit of the burnt sienna to tone things down so you're not getting a bright, glaring color. You want grays. You want the grays. You want them. Mix grays. Grays meaning you mix two colors like blue and yellow to create your green, but then add a tad of your red to tone the green down. Otherwise, it'll be a garish color on your painting. And that's it's not easy to see and to begin to decipher it. But the more you play around with colors, the more you do these little paintings, these little studies, the more you will begin to see your visual periphery, we'll put it that way, will open up, and you will see more and more and more and begin to distinguish the different colors. Yeah, I think that's going to work. And see, you know it's going to work because the Notan works. You know it's going to work. If the Notan is good and it has an interesting design, then your painting is going to have the same interesting design. And there'll be something about it that people will stop and say, oh, I like that, right? So take the time to do the Notan. Please take the time to do the Notan. I need more turpentine. Okay, let's see now. I'm going to take a smaller brush. Let's see what I got here. I'm going to use this cat tongue brush. You can see it's kind of like points to an end. Can you see that? Maybe that's better. I can't tell. The difference being a flat, you can see the difference here, right? One is goes up and just cuts across, and this one points. They call it a cat tongue. So it looks, I suppose, like a cat's tongue. So I'm going to use this to just kind of define the lemon a little bit. So I'm going to mix up a lemon color. Now, in the light areas, pick up paint. You want to use paint. And it creates interest and it's fun and it makes the painting read just a little bit better. Kind of a more brownish, which I want to get. Okay. Hey, how you doing? Welcome. Are you painting with us today? Acme, is it Acme? Acme Tomb? I hope I didn't butcher that. Welcome. Oh, can you see the values too high? Look what happened. totally messed that up. And that's the great thing about oil paints is it gives you a lot of leeway and gives you the time and the patience um, to correct things. You may come back the next day and say, nah, it's just not working right. That's just not working. And you may need another day to figure out the solution. What would you need to do in order to make it work? So coming in with burnt sienna, just plain burnt sienna. Okay, and I want to go in and let's get a dark again. And I'm going to make it bluer, cooler for this cast shadow here. Cast shadow doesn't get any light. But if you get a good strong cast shadow will ground your your the object, the subject that you're painting, ground it in and make it sit on the paper, on the canvas, whatever it is that you're using. Okay, I'm getting a little bit of a glare, I see right here. Sorry about that. I'm going to take some of this very same color and bring it into that area. So you can see with a very limited palette, there's so much you can do. That little bit of shadow area on that back wall, just in the sharp edge right here, just really makes the lemon stand out, doesn't it? How you doing? See you later. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, wonderful. Okay, so on Instagram, if you guys want, let's do the hashtag lemon thing. Blanca, that was your idea, wasn't it? So we can upload, unless there's a better hashtag to use. I'm really not good with the hashtag thing. If you haven't noticed, I'm not your your tech gal. So let me know, okay? If you guys can get a good hashtag, I'm with you. Let's do it. Okay, I'm gonna get this little. Okay, Blanca, so what, we're going with hashtag lemon? Okay. Now that you guys are here too, I want to let you know that tomorrow, I don't think I'll be able to do a live. I will be, I have to travel to the city, run some errands, and running to the city for us is, we have to leave at like 7 in the morning, and if we make it back in time for the 5 o'clock ferry, all will be good. It's about a 2 hour drive to the city. So I really don't know if I'll be able to come in and do an actual painting. If I get back in time, I will. Hashtag lemons. Let's do that with a capital L. Or that, no, I guess they have to be small, right? You can't do capitals and hashtags. Lemons works for me. Let's do lemons. So everybody upload what they're doing. I want to see everything. No judgments, nothing. This is a 30-day challenge. We're painting a lemon every day so that we can become better artists and we can understand a few things about our own process, about ways to do things better. Um, so let's see what we're all doing. Okay. All right then. Now, moving back to a larger brush to do the foreground area. Let's pick this one. That's a good one. Tomorrow's Friday, right? Yeah. If I can get to a supermarket or to some place where they are painting lemons or they're selling lemons, oh goodness. Oh, I see. Okay, so you would actually have a time to catch up a little bit, right? That's what you mean, because you missed the first day or the second day. This is what I'm going to do though. There will be some kind of lemon tomorrow, even if it's just a quick sketch. It may even just be a notan of a lemon. It's going to be something. I am still going to do it tomorrow. Even if I can't do a painting, I will do something else every single day. Every single day. Let's do something that has to do with a lemon, depending on what you can do. If it's, you've got a minute, do a notan. Look at a lemon and do a notan. Look at a lemon reference photo and do a notan. Okay, Marcy, hello. Yeah, so we're doing 30 days, 30 days of something to do with lemons. And if you can't actually paint the lemon, we're going to try every day to paint, but like tomorrow, I probably won't be able to paint a lemon. At least sketch a lemon, do a notan of lemons. This week, we're just doing one lemon, just focusing on one lemon. Next week, we're going to start adding, some other things. But just just be aware of, take notice of understanding the form and the shape of the various lemons that you come across, and marking it down. And it can be on a napkin. Like, believe me, you guys, this is not rocket science. We don't need to spend tons of money. You don't have to go out and buy all this stuff. You can literally do it on a paper towel. But every day, do a lemon of some sort, a little drawing, a little notan, anything. It's the practice of doing it every day that will move you forward much more than doing, like little color studies perfectly. You know, I'm laughing because I'm a perfectionist. And it's been really difficult for me because I've had to really, really work on letting go of that awful, horrible perfectionism. I mean, it's such a waste of time. Doesn't do anything. Seriously, it doesn't do anything. Okay, so I'm mixing the table color. I'm going to get a little bit more of a brighter blue for these areas here. Look at that. So I want certain brush strokes and colors in certain areas. So this is my highlight area of the lemon. I want this area to be bright and shiny, obviously. And I don't want to make the foreground too blue. I don't want to make it too intense. So, just altering a little bit more, burnt sienna with the blue in some areas. Oops, sorry guys. I'm working on a solution for this. Okay, so in the three value sketch, I guess you can't see that. Let me move you up. Well, you can't even see that either. Let me move you up. The three value sketch that I have here, right? There was some light on this side, kind of pointing to the lemon. And left it there. I left it like that, uh, although I wasn't sure about it. So I'm looking at the little painting here and I'm thinking, well, the light is coming this way. And I like more of the light to come. I'm mixing kind of a greenish color. just to create interest and bring the eye here. Burnt sienna just is an orangey color, and blue and orange are complementary colors, and they make gray. So that's why I keep mixing the burnt sienna with the ultramarine blue. And little bit, sometimes a little more blue, sometimes a little more of the burnt sienna, depending what I'm trying to do. I don't need to have a lot of stuff going on back here. You can come in and use your finger just to kind of soften. Yeah, I want to soften that edge a little bit. When you're in this stage of your painting, your brushwork needs to become lighter. Basically, what you're doing is just lightly laying on top. So you're gathering your paint and you're laying it on top. You're not pushing down and scrubbing it in. It's layer upon layer upon layer. Hmm. I haven't got a lot of space to move around with this setup. Okay. Okay, so just a suggestion there. I'm not going to paint in that whole area, the whole foreground. I don't want to. It creates a great exercise, really help notice the details with the repetition. Hey, that's absolutely true. Absolutely true. And the most important thing is values. If you can get the values right, this lemon could be a shiny pink or, a purple color or a blue lemon. If the values are right, someone's going to look at it and 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 see the form and see that it's a blue lemon. I came to realize the laying process. Is this how we add more color? Yeah, so you put on your basic in the very beginning. I just put a color in, and then all the other is laying on top and some blending. Like in this background here, I blended it. But here I'm laying on top, and on the lemon, you're laying on top of what's there before. You're not, if this is your canvas, you're not pushing and scraping. You're laying. You're laying the color on. Okay? There's a difference. You'll learn more about that. The more you practice, you'll get that. That is the uh it's really incredible because when you understand how it all works, and believe me, I'm still learning. But when you understand how it works, uh, you'll know which color to lay on top of the other and where you're going to build up the paint. Uh, like here, right? In the highlight area. That's where I'm going to put in the thick layers of paint because it catches the light more and it brings it out uh, into view because this is where we want to look. If I put in thick paint here in the background, the light would catch it and your eye would be attracted to it. And what is the purpose of having thick paint back here? It doesn't enhance the form that we're going for. And yeah, I put thicker paint on the foreground here because it works, this whole area. But back here, no, I'm not going to do it. For this type of painting. I suppose there are some types of paintings where that would be useful. So for me, I'm squinting down at this. It looks like my shadow area isn't working very well. It actually, although it's not in the reference photo, um, let me explain why I did this. Okay, great, great, Blanca. So because I lowered the shelf line or the wall line down to this lower third area because like I mentioned, you don't want to put it up right in the middle and divide your painting in half lengthwise or this way or this way. Everything needs to be slightly off balance, right? So you don't want to do that. So I lowered it, right? Which causes, if you look at the reference photo, the shadow is still on the table. But if you lower the line where the table meets the wall, then logically this shadow is going to come up the wall a little bit. Um, if that were the case in this photo and we could move the lemon back or reframe it differently, it would go up the wall. So I'm going to do that because I know after painting so many lemons in my life, I know that that's the thing to do. I know that that is the right thing to do. I'm going to get a soft brush. Hey, Linda. Oh my goodness. Early here in Arizona. So you're late to the party. Oh, how wonderful. How wonderful. Oh, that's great. Good morning to you. Um, we have, if you go up a little bit in the chat, hashtag lemons in Instagram. So please put everything you do with hashtag lemons and let's see what everybody is doing and how we're learning and the things that are happening. Um, and also, said that tomorrow I probably will not be able to do a live because I'll be traveling to the city, and that's always a full day trip. But I will do a lemon. And if I'm not going to be able to paint a lemon, I will do a no-tan of a lemon. I will do a sketch of a lemon. I will do something. Um, so I will upload that also tomorrow. Um, and Sunday, hey, what time is it in Arizona? And Let me ask everybody else in there, would it be okay if we started at 6 o'clock my time here? I've been shooting for like 5:30, somewhere around there, but what if we just do it at 6? That might give me a little bit more time. And then maybe those of you who are not able to come or would be able to come, like Linda. I'm a little bit flexible in the afternoon, so I can move around a little bit. I could even come later. We could even make it 7 o'clock. It just depends. Give me a shout out there. Let me know what time would work for you, and we'll see what we can do. Right now it's 8:38, 8:30 a.m. Okay, what time is it here? Well, I've been on for an hour, so about 6:38 then here. All right. Um, I might do 6 o'clock, you guys, if that's all right with everyone. Okay, so like I said, let me get some of this wall color. Now, as the shadow goes back, it begins to it's not so dark, begins to have there. Doesn't that look better? It's getting dark. I suppose the palette's getting kind of dark too. I'll try and set up okay. That is going to be, it's getting dark, and it's been an hour. So after doing the wait, let me go back and fix this. Give me a moment, guys. Let me move everything. Oh dear. Life is flexible. Okay. Well, think about it. Okay, and see if I can set up a good lighting situation here where it's not glaring on everything. We will do that. We'll do 6. I'll let you know. Um, okay, so wonderful. Oh, this has been so much fun. Um, yeah, tomorrow. So here's the thing. Let me get this back. Uh, there we go. I'm gonna get rid of lemon, the palette camera. Okay, so you can see, right? You can see all the little paintings here. The notan, when you do the notan and then do like a 3-value sketch, which is just the dark, a medium, and the light, this is actually looking a bit too dark. My medium should be a little bit lighter, but okay, whatever. And then this black and white little painting sketch. If you go through these motions of, doing these on a thumbnail level, not a full painting like I did here. I did this as demonstration, right? A little tiny, it's just a little tiny thing where you basically just scribble in the darks. Um, and that's your notan. And then you can do a 3-value sketch also. And then you can do a black and white, although it's not that necessary. It really isn't that necessary. Um, so when you get to actually creating the painting, right? When you actually get to this one, you know it so well. You know exactly what to do. You know what needs to be done and how to put it together. And it really makes your painting, the painting, much more successful and easier, much easier. So this is a great practice. I hope you guys do this. If you are new here, I would go back and do a lemon, quite similar to this. I have not uploaded the image, but you can go back and watch the video yesterday's where we did these three here. Today we finished it by doing this. And tomorrow, well, tomorrow, who knows? Who knows? Here, let me come back. There. Hi. So tomorrow we will um, we'll see what I come up with, and then let's see. There we go. You can get the little painting behind me. You can see what's going on there. And then on Saturday, tomorrow's Friday, right? So on Saturday, I'll be back again. I'm gonna say 6 o'clock. So 6 o'clock my time, so a little bit later. Blanca, for you and maybe Linda, you can make it as well. You can make your coffee, have your paints ready. You could set it up the night before. So all you have to do is get up and with your coffee. And the first thing you do in the morning is paint. How lovely. That would be lovely. And Marcy Drake, I don't know if you're still here. It would be wonderful. I hope the time frame works for you as well. Stewie had to go. Ace McToom. Oh, that's your name. Love that. Okay. That's sweet, Tonga. You're being silly. I like silly. Silly works for me very much. Thank you guys for coming. I really appreciate it. Hey, are you going to come tomorrow? I want you with us. I want you with us. Come and paint with us. Okay? And hashtag lemons. All right. I'm gonna go. Don't know if I can get a decent photo today, but tomorrow morning I'll take one and just and upload the entire 4 things. Hashtag lemons on Instagram. All right, you guys. Let's do that. So I'll see you guys. I'll miss you if I don't catch up with you tomorrow. All right. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. I love this. All right.